mythical place that everyone talks about in press conferences and fears. You played there, you've managed there. What is it? Why is it different?
It is different because it's different to Old Trafford. Old Trafford is a beautiful atmosphere as well, and something that historically it's an unbelievable place to go. And there are a few in this country, and the Emirates is one of them as well, because a lot of people talk about coming to the Emirates. I don't think they enjoy it so much. So that's the beauty of it, that you have to go to these stadiums and you have to prove as a team what you are capable of doing in that context.
You've spoken before, I think, on the documentary about when you went there as a player once, I think the 5-1 defeat, and it was the only time in your career you felt a bit lost in the game. What was that experience like, and why do you think that happened now you've had a chance to think back on it?
I think I explained that sometimes when you don't feel at your best, or you feel that that they are on top of you and you cannot get out of that washing machine, and try to overcome those situations, but that's a learning. It happened once, it didn't happen again.
What can you do on the training ground to stop that washing machine or your players getting in it?
All the game plan and everything that we discussed to try to tomorrow be away from that game and put our washing machine that is very powerful.
Mikel, one of the things you heard from Klopp said when he was talking about the atmosphere needing to be better from his point of view was he shouldn't have to have an argument on the touchline to get fans going. Have you got to be conscious that if there is anything on the touchline, then you might be handing Liverpool an advantage by getting involved in that?
There won't be any.
You're going to be on your best behaviour.
Hi, Mikel. With Liverpool wingers such as Mo Salah, Luis Diaz, do you think one of the crucial battles here is their two wingers against Zinchenko and Ben White? And could that be one of the crucial factors?
Well, every duel is very important. Obviously, they have players with the ability to create special moments and score goals. We have as well.
And in terms of the league table, we've seen City in recent weeks slip up, and Liverpool are on a great run of form. Could this game, in some ways, it is early, but could it kind of set an example as to how the league could unfold in the second part of the season?
I don't know. It's going to be a really competitive match for sure that we're going to try to win, and if we manage to do that, I think it's going to be a really powerful thing for our team.
And in terms of the Brighton game, you of course received a fourth yellow card on the touchline. Are you getting a bit tired of getting booked to the touchline? Do you think you're being unfairly targeted here? Or is it just you just can't help the expressions?
I don't know. Let's move on to the next question.
I'm sorry. Thanks.
Morning, Mikel. One thing that was common in your teams last season was really fast starts in the first 15 minutes. How important is that to get an early goal, and how does that help manage a game?
It's always better, obviously, to start winning and start with the feeling that you are on top of them and you are dominating the game. And we've been better recently again in the last few weeks at doing that, and that's always helpful. And but in big matches like that, you have to be at a really high level for 100 minutes, and that's the challenge and the opportunity tomorrow.
And one reason I mentioned that is this season, sort of noticeable. One thing Arsenal do from kick-off is pass straight back to David or Aaron, and they go long. With that specifically, just a general question, what's the advantage of going long from kick-off rather than playing short at any level of football?
Well, we've done it last year as well in many situations, depending on the team's and the opponent's behavior as well, what they are trying to achieve there and where you're going to play in the next few seconds. Doesn't always work. You can play short as well. So it's depending on the opponent more or less.
Thank you. One more. Just generally about bookings this season, there's been more red cards than well, we're on course to have 80 this season, around about. Do you think that is to the detriment of the game if referees are a bit too willing to give out red cards? It changes the game a bit too much. Should they try and manage the game a bit more?
No, I think if they are fair, yellow or red cards, that's how they have to control the games, and it's just about the decision, and decision is correct. Why not?
Thank you very much, kindly.
Mikel, you mentioned earlier on that you regret not having won enough important things. Is that actually a regret as much as a motivation for the future?
Sorry,
you said you hadn't won enough important things, trophies, in your 4 years. Is that a regret or, as well as a motivation to?
Well, I know the difficulty when I'm talking about that is the Premier League and the Champions League, and how many have we won in the last 50 years, you know, but this is what we want. We want to be the best team in the country. We want to be a team in European competition constantly that is really fighting for it, and that doesn't happen overnight. I think we made big strikes, and we are there. But yeah, what it takes to make that to the next level.
Arsene Wenger obviously used to say that fourth place was equivalent of a trophy. Are you saying that you need actual silverware now?
Well, and if it was years ago, can you imagine now with the competition of this? It's a good achievement, you know, to be in Champions League. That's for sure, because it's so tough in this league, and you see some great teams not being there every year. Sorry, but yeah, we want more. And we have to seek for more. And in order to do that, there are certain things that we have to do better, some things that we have to experience before we are capable of doing, and we are in that journey.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Good luck. Happy New Year. I don't see you before.
Thanks for coming. Nice Christmas.
Thank you.
Thank you.